Welcome. We're so glad you're here. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Can we have roll call, please?
Sure. Shoemaker?
Here.
Vaughn?
Here.
Hofstadter?
Here.
Hahn?
Here.
Kellogg?
Here. Can we have a motion to excuse Devon from tonight's meeting, please?
So moved. Second. Khan.
Hofstadter?
Aye.
Hahn?
Aye.
Kellogg?
Aye.
Shoemaker?
Aye.
Vaughn?
Okay, so our community calendar this Thursday there's a lot going on this Thursday. So come into town. At 6 o'clock is the 9/11 Memorial Stair Climb at the courthouse. And then at 7 o'clock is our Town Millersburg Part 3 at the American Hall. So those two things are this week. Art in the Berg is coming on September 20th. And of course, as you've seen the signs, Antique Festival will be here before we know it on October the 4th and 5th. I have a honorary proclamation to read for the National Adult Education and Family Literacy Week, which is September 15th through 19th. Whereas more than 43 million Americans can't read or write at the most basic level, while 62.7 million lack basic math skills, as well as the credentials and skills necessary to succeed in post-secondary education. And whereas every year 1 in 3 young adults drops out of high school, and whereas American Action Forum estimates that America is short an estimated 7.5 million private sector workers across all skill levels, and whereas adult education programs contribute to solving these challenges by helping Americans move along the continuum in their educational journey to achieve basic skills and get prepared for career and college. And whereas adult education programs in high schools and adult schools, community colleges, and community centers offer low-cost, high-value programs that upgrade the skill set of our citizens. And whereas our village of Millersburg, Ohio celebrates Adult Education and Family Literacy Week as a proud participant in the National Educate and Elevate campaign, which helps our citizens learn about all of their adult education options to attain their professional and personal goals. Now, therefore, I, Kelly Hoffey, Mayor of the Village of Millersburg, proclaim September 15th through 19th, 2025 as Adult Literacy Week in the Village of Millersburg. All right. Are there any visitors that wish to address council at this time?
Can I speak at the end?
Sure. Yeah, sure. Anyone else? No? Okay, can we have a motion to suspend the reading of the minutes, please?
I so move.
Go ahead.
Are we going to go with Khan on that one for a second? Yes? Okay. Shoemaker?
Aye.
Khan?
Aye.
Vaughn?
Aye.
Hofstadter?
Aye.
Kellogg?
Aye. Are there any additions or corrections to the minutes? Hearing none, can we have a motion to approve the minutes?
So moved.
I'll second.
Hofstadter?
Aye.
Kellogg?
Aye.
Khan?
Aye.
Vaughn?
Aye.
And Shoemaker?
Aye.
Okay, we have Bill Resolution 2025-21. Are there any questions on the bills totaling $283,971.69? Hearing none, can we have a motion to pay the bills?
Make a motion to pay. Khan.
Second.
Khan?
Aye.
Vaughn?
Aye.
Shoemaker?
Aye.
Hofstadter?
Aye.
Kellogg? Aye.
All right, Nate.
All right, the Design Review Board met last week and they approved window replacements for the American Hall. Planning and Zoning passed a resolution recommending approval of the annexation, change of zoning for Jordan Properties on East Jones Street. Next step would be a public hearing for the change of zoning. The earliest we could do that is October 13th. Is that agreeable for everybody? At 6:45, 6:50, whatever you prefer.
6:45 is good.
6:45?
Yeah.
Okay. We'll get that advertised. From here, we have legislation on tonight authorizing the mayor to sign the annexation agreement. Once that's passed, it would go to the county commissioners. The commissioners have a resolution for the annexation, then it comes back to you guys to approve the annexation itself. Simultaneously, the rezoning will happen, so it's a process. And this is the expedited process, right, Bob?
It is.
Believe it or not.
Yep.
Our projects, no updates, we're just waiting on Melway, fit us in on their schedule to finish the intersection of Jones Street, the striping on Glen Drive in Port Washington. Downtown sidewalk project, we met last week with Arnie Oliver at the county and the Ohio Regional Development Corporation. They're the grant administrators for the CDBG funding. Scoped out the project with the money we have available. We'll be able to do both sides of Jackson between Mad Anthony and Washington, and then the north block of Jackson between Washington and Clay with this round. So we'll do those 3 sections. It does include conduit for lighting and electrical outlets on this west block, both sides. So glad to get that done. Quicksol's got to finalize their costs for the agreement now that they have the final scope, and then the county will get that all signed, and then they'll begin design work, bidding, etc. Kind of as a result of that meeting, talking with Susan Moore from ORDC, we were talking about the Worcester Road Waterline project. The day before, Chris Young had asked me if we had any project that would be interested in submitting for a small cities grant through OPWC, as they didn't have any submittals for that. So I threw pre-application together for OPWC funding, and Susan talked about its residential public infrastructure grant that could pick up the remainder of what OPWC doesn't fund. So it looks, if we're successful, there'd be very little out-of-pocket expense to get the first phase of that water line replaced. That'd get us roughly from Victorian House to Jones Street. Optimistic.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Is the condition of the line the same going all the way up Worcester Road?
Yeah.
I mean, when you get north of Jones, that.
Yeah, it needs replaced,
Okay.
clear out to the corporation limit. Yep. Nothing on our playground equipment at Airport Park. Still haven't heard anything on that. I'm gonna skip over the solicitor thing for right now, get through some other things. We have the old entrance signs, the village hall signs, playground equipment, and a desk. Are you guys okay with getting rid of that stuff and online, gov deals?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll get the legislation ready for that, authorizing that sale, and then we'll get rid of them. Got 2 board vacancies. Tom Wangard resigned from the Design Review Board. Kim Kellogg resigned from Tree City. I wanted to personally thank both of those guys. They were invaluable over the years. Kim's a tree expert. He's really helped us a lot with Tree City, and Tom was a great resource and great mind to have on Design Review Board. So wish them both well, and thankful to have them. So if anybody's interested, we've got some openings on Design Review and Tree City.
Well, I think, Kim wasn't,
He wasn't a technical
Yeah.
board
he
member,
was
was
an
he?
he was an advisor.
Advisor.
There's
Yeah,
only
Oh,
5,
that's true.
there's
Yeah.
only 5
Yeah.
spots.
I guess he's
I
not,
wondered about
yeah.
that.
Yeah,
He,
Okay, yeah, thank you.
yeah.
But
That's true.
Tom's seat, we
Tom-
need to
Tom
fill
need to
on the
replace,
design
yeah.
review board.
HDM requested permission to close South Monroe and Court Street. Taylor couldn't be here tonight, so she asked me to pass that request along for the art festival on September 20th.
I'll make that motion.
Second.
Hofstadter,
Aye.
Vaughn,
Aye.
Kellogg,
Aye.
Khan,
Aye.
and Shoemaker.
Aye.
And then we've got the Dora cups are ready. We'll pass those around, take a look at them.
Yeah, they look.
They're empty.
They are.
The stickers that'll be, I was just about ready to say that, on the merchant stores.
Oh,
The
yeah.
red is no Dora beverages in that establishment. Green is Dora welcome. White is Dora sold here. So every store will have one of those. And then this is the kind of FAQ sheet Taylor put together that all the merchants will get. And then will also be linked with the QR code on the sidewalk stickers that I happen to have right here, a sample of one. So this will go out denoting the boundary of the Dora district. They're just an adhesive sidewalk sticker. We'll get those out this week, and then Taylor will get everything distributed, be up and running, see how it goes.
I'm confused on the cups. I thought the establishments had to have their name on it, so you couldn't go into another place with the name on it. No?
You gotta throw them away. You can't take them into another
The next
place.
place you get it.
Yeah, but how would, if you came out of that store and you still had them, I mean, I'm confused.
You just have to drink it all. You can't go into a store with, I mean, you can go into the stores with that. You can't go into another bar with that.
Right.
Like you can't go
But,
from
I mean,
bags to the
the-
brewery and have them refill it.
So if you, yeah.
But they're all gonna be the same. How could they tell whether you came
It has to
in
be, you can't have the cup
You
with you.
can't, you won't have the cup going into another place.
Okay. Thank you, I'm
Yeah.
confused.
Okay.
They did put a date place on there. You can write the date
I
on
saw that.
if needed.
So did you say a date that that'll be up and, just as soon as all
Not
this is
officially,
installed?
yeah.
Okay.
Once
Somebody asked
everything,
me
once all the
today.
stickers are out and she gets everything distributed to everybody,
Okay.
then it'll
It'll be
roll out.
coming.
Okay.
I, maybe this weekend,
Okay.
maybe not. I don't know yet. She'll announce it on her Facebook, social media. The solicitor RFP, we've gotten quite a few responses. I trust everybody's received all of them. I sent those out. Should be 7 of them. So, I guess looking for some guidance on how we want to proceed at this point. My suggestion, if you want it, or go ahead.
Nate and I had a conversation and we thought that all of council should be there to do the interviews for solicitor. And so we thought if there were certain ones that you wanted to interview, or if you want to interview all of them, it's completely up to you guys what you want to do. But we definitely think that Nate, Bobby, myself, and all of you guys should be involved in those interviews.
So, did you think we should all 7 come at the same date? Or do we do like 3 one and 4 another? You had talked about rounds.
I would think maybe you try to pick what appears to be the top 3 or 4.
I mean, I can already say that I know some of the people that have put in, and I can give insight into some of these lawyers, but I don't know. I think everybody should know about that. It's just not something that I should tell you or you. I think that everybody
Right.
should be involved. So I think that there could at least be some input. Like I said, I know a couple of them and things that I know about them, things that have happened. But I don't know what's appropriate. I don't know.
So do we want to have staff bring 2, 3, 4 forward to start with and see how those interview goes? I mean, maybe not interview everybody if we have the cream of the crop, or what they think after checking is the way to proceed, or
Well, but then that would mean that some maybe not get a chance at it, and how do you know?
well, that's their, I mean, it's just like hiring an employee.
Well, I really think we should all really have say in this one. It should be very thoughtful.
Is there any advantage to having discussions about how to proceed and looking at the applicants in executive session?
Could be.
That would be my preference.
We can do that.
It's a good
That's
idea.
fine.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, we can discuss that later.
I don't know what the appropriate time is, but I'm gonna do it under his, has to do with the village.
Okay.
I don't know who the young woman was that I watched last week take a garbage bag and went around and cleaned up the parking lot across from the post office. And she weeded and everything, and she stuck the bag then nicely by the trash, so I don't know who she was, but I wanted to thank her for doing that, because that's part of living in a village, and she got no credit for it, and I watched her just do it, and I just want to thank her for that.
Sure, that's great.
It was Beth. I thanked her.
Oh, okay.
I thanked her,
So
and I told the post
Oh,
office
okay.
so that they could thank her as
Yeah,
well.
so,
Yeah,
okay, we
she did
saw
a
her
wonderful
doing it.
job. Yeah, she did a
And-
great job.
And Jeff was like, she in community service? I'm like, that's how community service is. You don't have
Yeah.
to order to do it.
Right, right. It just
So,
happens.
so I went, so, okay,
Yeah,
so.
yeah, Beth did that.
So I was grateful. It looked nice.
Yeah, she did a great job.
Do you want to put a last name out there, Kelly, or do you think we?
I think Beth is good.
Beth is good.
Beth is good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you, Beth.
Yes.
She can come clean up my yard if she wants.
Okay, is that it, Nate?
I think that's it.
All
Thank
right, Chief.
So I had a meeting last weekend for the truck parade. It's gonna be September 20th, as I said before. They're leaving from the fairgrounds and going east at 6 p.m. The hope is between the fairgrounds and the village, they don't get a lot of gaps. And they get through. They're estimating around 200 trucks, so hopefully we can get them through and get it done. We will be shutting traffic off just to get them through. Just the delay with the turn lanes and stuff like that, it just didn't work out the last couple of years, so. That'd be September 20th. What time is the art thing? You guys were talking about the art.
It's all day.
Yeah, it's an all-day thing.
It's an all-day event.
Well, maybe there'll be more people around.
There'll be, yeah.
Yeah,
Watch the
yeah, yeah.
While they're waiting.
Mm-hmm.
So, the other thing I have is, Jeff Lay, as all of you know, resigned effective August 21st. The only thing I guess I'd ask is that, get permission to now advertise for two. We've had our floating one position open, but, to advertise for two positions, in executive session. So I guess, sorry, need your guys' permission to, I still have the one posting, and I think the last time somebody left, I just said we have one, but now I can at least say there's two, so if you guys don't have an issue with that. Okay, thank you.
Since you mentioned that, Ryan gave us a paper, and we will be discussing that in executive session, just so you know. Yeah. 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 Okay, Bobby.
Okay, August financials were emailed out, and you guys all acknowledged those, so thanks for that. I have a matter for executive session, and one thing that I didn't put on here, that I absolutely forgot about, it's been busy, is, for the past, I don't even know how many years, I'm not gonna lie, we have done our insurance, kind of our brokering, our servicing through Huntington Insurance, that I believe used to, or maybe they still do have a local office, but our representative that was local had moved on and wanted retired, and so our representative was then out of Wayne or even Stark County, I think, at times. We were approached by Hummel Group, just over in Berlin, and the customer service is phenomenal, and they've already proven that. So I talked with Nate and told him a little bit about what Hummel's proposed. Nothing is changing as far as we're not changing group health insurance or dental insurance, any of that at this point, or even life insurance. They'll service all that. But when it's time for rate negotiations for next year, things like that, we're gonna have a team of folks working. They explained the process so well, and we used to have to do this lengthy process if our alt care plan, for example, would their rates would go sky high for next year. We used the process that we used to have to go through was pretty involved. They have a new process that they can use that is much less taxing on all the employees. And anyway, really good customer service. And they have a whole team of people just for the Village of Millersburg that we can reach out to. Claim questions, coverage questions, all kinds of things. Just a step up in customer service. And like I said, in executive session, I'll talk a little bit more about one specific situation that they've already really helped with. So just wanted to let you guys know that we switched from Huntington as our servicing insurance agent to Hummel Group. So, okay.
Okay, thank you, Bobby. Bob?
I don't have anything, thank you.
Nothing? Okay. We had our design review board. Do we have anything for next month? Do we know yet or no?
We will.
We will?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. So that will be coming up. Our next meeting for council will be the 22nd. Any committee reports? All right, legislation. We have Resolution 2025-17 by title only, the third reading. A resolution authorizing the transfer of sums from the general fund to the street maintenance and repair fund, to the cemetery operating fund, to the police disability and pension fund, and to the sidewalk replacement fund. Are there any questions? We have a motion to approve.
So moved.
A second. Khan?
Vaughn,
Aye.
Khan,
Aye.
Kellogg,
Aye.
Hofstadter,
Aye.
and Shoemaker.
Aye.
Okay, Resolution 2025-20, second reading by title only, a resolution approving participation in the new national opioid settlements with Alvogen, Amneal, Apotex, Hikma, Indivior, Mylan, Sun, and Zydus. Are there any questions? All right, Resolution 2025-22 by title only. A resolution approving participation in the national opioid settlement with Purdue and certain of its affiliates and the Sackler family and declaring an emergency. Are there any questions? We have a motion to waive the second and third readings.
So moved.
I'll second.
Hofstadter,
Aye.
Kellogg,
Aye.
Khan,
Aye.
Vaughn,
Aye.
Shoemaker.
Aye.
All right, we have a motion to pass.
So moved.
Second. Khan?
Vaughn,
Aye.
Khan,
Aye.
Shoemaker,
Aye.
Hofstadter,
Aye.
Kellogg.
Aye.
All right, Resolution 2025-23, first reading by title only. A resolution authorizing the mayor to sign the annexation agreement with Jordan Properties LLC and Hardy Township trustees. Are there any questions? Okay, we will move on to old unfinished business. Have we heard about the South Clay Street pavement striping? No. We'll move to C. Bob met with Taylor. Do you want to talk about that, Bob?
Yeah, actually Nate and Chad and I met with her today. And she thought that she was involved, or part of her responsibility, in attracting business such as light, manufacturing. And if we started talking, she goes, no, that's not what I thought at all. So she thought we were gonna be involved in downtown Millersburg, which is, no, I have no desire. So I guess we, threw a few questions at her about activities, and it was a congenial meeting, and that was it.
Good, good. It's good that that's all cleared up. The new water bill system, are we gonna be online?
Supposed to be.
Yeah?
Yeah, so where we're at right now, I believe, as of like the end of last week, I don't think any new developments happened today. They've got all the data moved into the new system. So what they're gonna do is, bills are gonna look the same this time, but we're doing a parallel billing. So we're gonna run billing in our old system, and they're also gonna do that same billing and do a comparison. It's basically just that final trial run, is what they're gonna be working on. And when is that? Toward the end of this month, I believe. Yeah. So.
Okay. Okay. Nate talked about the Worcester Road Waterline Project and Dora. Last week, we touched on rules for merchandise on the village sidewalks. Does anyone have any discussion about that? No? Okay.
So I think we left that as a conversation will happen before the project starts, the
Mhm.
sidewalk project, and either keep the rules as they are or revise them and then enforce whatever we decide.
Yeah,
Do I
with the
have
new
that?
sidewalk.
I have that right, I summarized it right,
Mhm.
okay.
Yeah. Nate talked about the downtown sidewalk project, street sign from ODOT. Talked about that. You put those up?
Those are up.
Those are
Yeah,
up?
That's all done.
Okay, so that's good. We did
Yeah,
that.
that's all good.
We briefly discussed the solicitor bids. Do we have any landscaping bids? Have we
We-
received any of
I
those?
was just gonna, we were reviewing it right now,
Mhm.
getting it updated. Haven't got it out yet. but
Okay.
We're ahead of last year, so
Yeah.
we've got
Yeah.
some time yet.
Okay, that's good, that's good. Hydrant flushing, are we done with
We
that?
should be done now.
Okay, that's good. Loss of medical providers in the county. I met with the Pomerene CEO. Her name is Dr. Ann Gunther. She is so nice. She has hired a recruiter to bring doctors, nurse practitioners, nurses into our area. She knows that, you know, with Dr. Latouf leaving, that has kind of put a big hole in our medical community here in Millersburg. And so they are actively looking for people. She said when I talked to her a couple weeks ago that they just had 2 nurse practitioners that were West Holmes graduates that are coming back to work for them. So she said she's having really good luck with West Holmes graduates because they want to come back home, which is wonderful. So, yeah, we had a really great conversation, and she is doing a lot of new things. She's trying to change the culture down at the hospital, and I think she's going to be doing some great things. So anyway, I just wanted to let you all know that as far as recruiting, they are actively doing that, and so I think that we can consider that a completed task as well. Is there any other old or unfinished business that anybody wants to talk about? All right, new business. I have a note here from Dave Schrock. He would like a downtown tree update, and the action he requests council to take are no trees in the new sidewalk area. So is there any discussion, questions, comments?
So I can say that the Tree City meetings have been fruitful, and we've been having them about every other month. And I just want to let you know that I've made every effort to tell business owners to come to those meetings, and I watch them put them in their phones, and then they don't come. So we can only, you know, they're invited to
You can
council
only-
meetings,
Mhm.
they're invited to Tree City meetings, and then if they don't come, then it's very hard then later that, well, I didn't know, and I understand, and I voted for the trees also, but we did discuss this at a Tree City. Dave sits on the Tree City also. And I do agree with some things that he has said. And I know that there'll be pushback, but I have my opinions and my reasons. The trees were trimmed recently. Some of those trees just should have been cut down. They don't look too good.
Yeah.
But we were, you know, there was a decision made that they would be trimmed. But I do agree with something, and I don't know, you know, like I said, I'm just gonna put it out there. That this, Millersburg is not Columbus, it's not New Albany, it's Millersburg. And the sidewalks are not that wide. So I can honestly tell you that my own personal experience, that you get a couple of tourists coming down the sidewalk one way, and Jeff and I might be walking this way, so you've got 4 that literally cannot walk on that sidewalk, especially if there's a tree. So you're stepping off the curb, it's not a wide sidewalk. So I understand, I've heard the trees stop the noise, well, they certainly aren't now. And I've never seen the tree stop. I don't know if I believe it or not, but I know that we sat on the Tree City and we wanted ideas about what kind of trees are planted, and people want the trees, and I'm confused as to the argument for the trees. And these sidewalks, I don't, we talked about planters, and all I heard at the Tree City meeting was comparing it to cities and other towns, and so I can't be the only one with this opinion, and I'm willing to listen to the other side, but that was, you know, Dave and I tended to agree with that. But I can tell you that the sidewalks aren't wide. 4 people can't, and you've got a tree there, you see what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, and I received a couple of phone calls from people who were very unhappy with the trimming of the trees because they got butched. Yes. Come on up and state your name and address.
Before the contract was let, or any bids are put out, the contractor has to place a place for the trees. If he can go down the street and lay his forms out, pour the concrete and get away from there, he'll go a lot faster and it'll be a lot cheaper. That extra money that we saved on that project could be added to more sidewalks. And if you don't want to do it the whole area, try one section or one block and see what it ends up with, see whether the people like it. And as far as the county being involved in this thing, they haven't planted a tree in a sidewalk any place. There's none around the courthouse. The sidewalks they're putting in Berlin and places like that, they don't have any trees in them. And we took out all the trees down along here. We had some out front. There were some down in Wayne Savings and Loan. They were gone. The CSB has redone their trees. And the county and the state is taking trees out along the highway. So trees are not a problem. There's a lot of other places in the community that we could plant trees. But I think the downtown area, as tight as it is with traffic, I think we could eliminate the trees and save a little money, maybe spend it on some more sidewalks.
Thank you, Dave. Any questions?
Well, I mean, we had previously talked about this and the majority of council agreed that we wanted to include trees in the process. So I'm not sure if we need to revisit that or not, but.
Well, that can be rechanged. That's why I say, that's why we're bringing it up now, before contracts are let and everything. It could be brought up again. And maybe, and I still say, if the property owners and the merchants are putting out little planters and stuff now, the county put out some nice planters up in front of their building, there's possibilities that other things could be done. And we could still use that money to expand the sidewalk for another 100 or 200 feet.
We don't have, I mean, I'm not gonna say I felt pressured, but I thought that there were gonna be, you know, I talked, these business owners, oh, we want trees, I'm so glad. But then I said, well, I would like to hear more about it, and then they don't come to the Tree City meetings. I mean, I literally told some people, please come to the Tree City meetings. And then they don't come. And then, I mean, yeah, we voted. I mean, but I still think that the sidewalk's narrow, and I still think that, and I can tell you that I've literally seen, you can't get 4 people to walk. And sometimes those trees, and we did discuss about trees in front of parking spots, so I think, you know, I'm just giving my opinion.
That's fine, that's fine.
I don't know that we took an official vote. I think we had some discussion. We kind of went around and tried to get everybody's point of view on things. I love trees. I just don't know that putting trees along the sidewalk is the route that I want to go. I could be swayed. I mean, I see some of these tall, narrow, thin trees that look appealing, that might be a good fit for downtown Millersburg. I don't know. I do like the planter idea too. So I'm not totally against the trees, but I'm inclined to look more and vote more towards some kind of a decorative planter as opposed to a tree right now, unless somebody came up with the right tree solution.
Well, and I think something to consider too is that one of the nice things that the trees also give you year-round is during the winter, they get decorated. And if you get rid of the trees, you're losing a lot of sources of places to put up decorations that will affect the downtown appeal as well. So that's, you know, I made my spiel before, you know, with all the reasons for it. As I said before, there is a right tree and a right spot, and I think we all agree that these trees are not the right trees, not the right spot. But I think that there is a place, I don't know that 4 people not being able to walk side by side is that big of a deal to me. I mean,
The sidewalks are narrow.
they are.
They're not, you know, and so like I said, all I was saying is I kind of get frustrated, apples to oranges, the conversations about, well, New Albany, or, we're not. We have smaller sidewalks, we're a smaller downtown, so that doesn't sway me. So,
What we do have in common with them, though, is that kind of the quaintness of looking like a small town, you know, looking attractive to people. You want people to show up and have an attractive downtown. And I mentioned Berlin before, that to me, nothing against Berlin, but when they redid the road out there and took out all the trees anywhere along there, it's not visually appealing to me. I just don't like the way it looks.
well, it doesn't stop the people from going there.
It doesn't. It
was bad.
But you know, you see people struggling to talk with all the truck traffic going by, and that could be buffered a little bit by having some trees in there, so.
Well, you can't talk, no offense. There's so much semi-traffic and
There
stuff
is.
here, those trees
There
are
is.
not buffering anything.
But again, if you get rid of them all completely, how much louder will it be banging off all the buildings? That's, again, I've said all this before, but I feel that they have a place if the right trees are chosen.
Has there been any discussion about what tree might be best?
We couldn't get an answer on that. At Teresa, we haven't been able to get an answer. So that's what's concerned me also, is what trees?
What tree?
I mean, now's the time to do it, and we all know, you know, that the commissioners are gonna be spending some money on
Yeah.
lighting for the courthouse, and that's gonna illuminate the square. I think it's gonna be beautiful. We're getting new sidewalks, and we need to try to get this right, so.
And we really need to get it done before the engineers get done
Yeah,
with
that's
our,
what we figured.
Yeah.
So we really do need
we
to.
really do need to make a decision, because we need to be able to have something final to bid out.
I mean, like I said, you tell people when meetings are, you put it out there, and then they still don't come, and then they complain that they didn't have any say.
You can only do so much sometimes.
I agree with, you know, everything that Brett said about, you know, especially Christmas time. It does look nice when those trees are lit. So I agree 100% with that.
So what do we need to do to get a tree suggestion for us to look at to make a more intelligent decision
Yeah.
than just talking about trees?
Yeah.
Chad, could you do that for us? Could you send council could you do some research and find out something
Yeah.
that grows up and not out?
Yeah.
If there's such a tree?
There has been discussion on that as well, it's just we knew the time we had time before the project. And like I said, at Tree City, it was decided that council decided.
Council did
moving
vote,
forward
I
with
think.
trees.
I think
I
we
thought
voted.
there was a
Was there
vote.
I think we voted.
I thought
Yes.
so.
Well, something Dave said intrigues me a little bit. I hate to admit that, but, just kidding.
Oh,
You know what? Think about a trial of not putting trees in these 2 blocks. Get some planters, try it. It wouldn't be the end of the world to go back and cut openings
But you can easily,
for trees
Okay.
if you decide you want trees. It'd be a lot harder to go the other way
mhm.
And fill it in.
to fill it in. You always have a patch there. Try it for a couple of years with planters in just this section from,
Yeah, if you just try one section,
yeah.
and see what the people think, see how the traffic moves, and open it up so that, you know, you can see the traffic signs and so on and so forth. When
You
we
could
turned
do-
Monday-
I am-
We turned last Monday up the hotel, that one sign there that said parking in the rear and everything, you couldn't see it at all. They cut, I mean, those trees look terrible. They will come back. But there were some of them that they recommended we take out. I said, hey, don't have the authority to do that, but there are some dead ones that are really bad. The one over here in front of the Eagles, one up now in front of the chamber up there.
The one down in McKelvey's is huge. It's
Yeah.
way too big for
Yeah, so,
downtown.
you know, try it. I think maybe on a certain area, try it without the trees would help a lot.
I mean,
And then you don't have that maintenance. You're gonna have to have somebody, if you put a young tree in there, you're gonna have to have somebody take care of it, water it, and keep the salt off in the winter. So, it's something to think about. Like I say, I'm not against the trees, but I don't think the small downtown area with the traffic that we're getting more of every day, we need them. You know, it just causes a blind spot and so on. So, I brought it up before the bids go out, or contractors take a look at it and tell you what to do with it.
To answer your question, though, I will give you a variety of selection of trees. It was the Tree City's intention between Tree City and council for their selection of the species.
Do you guys want to try a section and not put not put trees in, or do you want to
Always see what trees there are.
see what trees are available
and make
first?
a decision, then a better informed decision.
I mean, it's a shame
Okay.
more thought wasn't put into the trees that were planted. I mean,
Yeah, it is.
Why
It is.
was, it's beating a dead horse.
Yeah.
But then we wouldn't, we wouldn't maybe be in this doubting situation.
Yeah, that's true.
And, I mean, another problem is with the merchants that have stuff on the sidewalks, and they're close to a tree, it makes it shorter to get through.
And I agree with that, and is there an ordinance about that already?
There is, it's 30 inches from the wall.
Well, and there's something about radius around signs and stuff
Yeah.
too. That, yeah.
Mhm. So. Okay, well, Chad will send out trees and then we will discuss this at the next council meeting as well, okay?
And there's another Tree City meeting, October 11th. Do you remember, Chad? 20th? But we're doing them every other month, so that's really
Yeah.
good.
That is good.
15th October.
October
15th
15th,
October.
at what time? What time are those?
6.
At 6?
So it's after people could come.
Okay.
Love it.
Here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is that
all right.
after the next council meeting then?
Huh? That's after the next council
Yeah.
meeting, yeah. The next council meeting is September 22nd.
So do we want to make a decision then, before the Tree City meeting?
Yeah, we'll actually have 2 council meetings before the Tree City meeting.
We've got time.
That's
Okay.
fine. We've got
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
I mean, is it next
I
year
I
you're
just don't want to have a
thinking?
meeting, a Tree City meeting, and people actually come.
Yeah.
Or you're hopeful?
The
Yeah.
design.
Yeah, I hope.
Hopefully with this discussion, maybe.
Yeah, I would like to
Yeah,
see
it might
people
spur
here.
people
and-
to come.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
be,
As far as the sidewalk engineering.
it's gonna be,
should be all
when,
right.
next year, you think, or when do you think?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Oh, so we have
Construction will
time.
be-
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's what I kind of thought, that we had some time, but I wasn't for sure.
I'd like someone to find the mulberry tree that's around here and cut it down. Wouldn't have this mess out here.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. All right, any other new business? Any visitors wish to address council?
Hi, I'm Ryan Hirschberger, Alexander Street. So when I was out of town earlier last month, that's when I found out that Captain Jeff Lay had resigned. The next day I was still out of town, and that's when I found out that Captain Jeff Lay accepted a new job at Strasburg. I guess why I'm here is obviously there's people in town that are talking. I don't know any information in regards to why he resigned, you know. I guess I'm asking you guys as council to take a look at it. I have been in conversation with Jeff. He told me he did not want to resign as a police officer in this town. I guess the question I would ask is, he was here 28 years, okay? So if he's not coming back, he's not coming back. I hope someday that you give him some recognition for 28 years of service, because that is a long time. But I just hope that when you guys go to council, into your executive session that, and I'm not, I promise you, this is gonna sound like I'm attacking somebody, I'm not. I'm just hoping that you guys have an open mind, that he was here 28 years, and he deserves a full look into, you know, could the village have done something better? Could he have done something better? You know what I mean? Because if you have somebody that works here in any business, and then they go take a job with somebody else the next day, you know, I mean, that's a big hit. And I heard Chief Shaner say that, you know, you're down 2 officers. So I'm not attacking anybody. I just, you know, he did not want to resign is what he told me. I won't get into what he said to me. That has nothing to do with me. I'm just asking that when you go into executive session, that you go into it with an open mind. Because in my life, I feel like if I could do something better, I need to get better every day. And well, I guess what I'm trying to say is if the village could have done something better to keep him, maybe moving forward, we need to try that. Maybe there was some disciplinary action, which I understand that you guys can't talk about. That is an executive session. But I'm just asking you to go into executive session with an open mind and just say, hey, you know, look at everything. You know what I'm saying? Because when you lose somebody of 28 years, that's all I'm saying. You know, that's a big loss for the village. And I have yet to hear anybody say that, you know, he was a bad dude. So he might have made mistakes. I don't know. But that's all I had to say. Promise you, I'm not attacking anybody. I just hope everybody goes into an open mind. Because when you lose somebody of 28 years, you know, and it's, you know, that's all. So,
Yeah.
okay? Thank
Yeah.
you for your time.
No, we
Thanks,
we
Ryan.
appreciated Jeff Lay, and he was a rock that held our police department together. He was a wonderful, wonderful officer, and still is. So yeah, there's a big hole in our department right now. That's true. So thank you for that. All right. Any other visitors wish to address council? All right. Hearing none, I would like a motion under Ohio Revised Code Section 121.22G to go into executive session to consider the appointment and discipline of a public employee or official and to discuss matters required to be kept confidential by federal law or regulation.
So moved.
Second, Con.
Vaughn,
Aye.
Khan,
Aye.
Shoemaker,
Aye.
Hostetter,
Aye.
Kellogg.
All right. Thank you all so much. Have a great evening.